What is up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Kevin Jackwitz. This is the Kaged Review. Now, we are at episode 9 for season 1 of Cobra Kai. And ironically, for this episode, there's not really a whole lot to talk about. We're really getting toward the penultimate episode, I should say. And it basically starts out with Johnny confronting Daniel LaRusso at his house. You have a situation where, we left off. Lawrence thinks that LaRusso is responsible for some guys torching his car. He goes to confront him. It looks like they're going to have this fight, and Daniel's son and his wife come out, and they're kind of the voice of reason. And instead of fighting, Daniel LaRusso's wife invites them in to eat something and talk about whatever's going on. So they both find out what's happening. Johnny, says Daniel owes him a car. Daniel realizes his cousin is a complete idiot. And his wife pulls Daniel to the side and says, you know what, just give him a car and get him out of your life. And so that's what happens. Daniel takes Johnny to give him a replacement car. It's the right thing to do. And since he owns, this whole car lot, it's pretty easy for him to do. And it's weird because through these events they start talking and they start realizing that they have some commonalities. Daniel realizes that Johnny had a really piss poor father, and of course Daniel LaRusso died when he was 8. So, they both had a lack of a male figure. Now, while this is going on, Miguel and Sam, Miguel being Johnny Lawrence's main student, Sam being Daniel's daughter, two guys at complete odds with each other, and these kids involved in their lives are in a relationship. They've been fed a lot of bad things. Daniel saying you can't trust a Cobra Kai, Johnny Lawrence telling Miguel you can't trust a LaRusso, and it's setting in these seeds for these kids. And it really comes to pass when Samantha LaRusso tells her mom that she was in a car wreck that damaged Johnny Lawrence's car at the beginning of the series. And so the mother decides to ground Samantha from her phone and anything, and of course Miguel can't get a hold of her, so he's just automatically suspecting something is up. A situation comes around where Robbie, who has been training with Daniel, comes over to the house to train. Of course, Daniel is out dealing with Johnny, and so Robbie kind of schemes a way to get Samantha out of the house. Samantha kind of quickly says that she has a boyfriend, and so they try to go find Miguel at this party, and Miguel starts drinking. He's getting completely shit-faced, and he sees these two walking down the hill, and he literally turns into Johnny Lawrence at the beach party from the Karate Kid movie. He starts getting very angry. He pushes Robbie, and Sam doesn't react well to it. And really that's the big blowout there. The other big blowout comes after that when Robbie and Samantha are already back at Daniel's house, and Robbie decides to go into the study and start practicing his katas for the karate that Daniel's been teaching him. Well, Daniel and Johnny show up together at the house. And of course, Daniel LaRusso doesn't know that Robbie is actually Johnny Lawrence's son. So Johnny Lawrence gets really pissed off, walks out. Daniel gets really angry with Robbie because Robbie lied to him and tells him to leave and closes the door behind him. And that's where it leaves off. Now Daniel and Johnny are back to square one. They're pissed off at each other. And Robbie's kind of a victim of it all too. And it actually came together rather nice. It's kind of plausible. And I liked that they, kind of use something to make these guys kind of enemies again, because you got to have that for that big final showdown, which is coming, of course, next episode. One thing I think is interesting here is when you first see Miguel, he's this nice kid. He's very unassuming. He's very shy, and just the all-American good boy, And it seems like while he has had a good influence on Johnny, Johnny has had a very bad influence on Miguel, and Miguel has kind of turned into young Johnny now, thinking he can take on the world, and he's just tough as nails. And it's unfortunate because you can see it's having very adverse effects. He gets really pissed off at the beach party when he sees Samantha and Robbie together, and he just jumps to conclusions without really thinking about what's happening. And so again, very good character development, very good relationship development. I like how they're doing this show. So that's where we're at with this, and it leads really to the last show, the last episode. And so I thought it was a very strong episode. I'll probably give it a 7.5 out of 10. Very, very good. I really like it. So that's where I'm at with it, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you enjoyed the review, hit the like button, subscribe, and share. My name is Kevin Jackwitz. Kaged Nation out.